Sagittarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Let's see what's in the mix for you guys today. This is a message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. It's an energy reading, so take it where and how it resonates, please. This is your message. It's your life. You'll know how it resonates. And if you're not a Sagittarius and this popped up on your feed, it is definitely for you. It's more your reading than anybody's because it only shows up to the right people at the right time. And this is where your message begins. Ready for patience? Are you ready for patience? Because it's coming. I think you're getting your understanding and you're getting to know what exactly matters to you and how to feel comfortable and what it is you want really and to ask for it. But this is Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is all about contentment. It's all about feeling full with what you have. It's not the Ten of Cups, like it's not like, oh my God, elated, happy, more than I could have imagined. But in terms of all you could imagine, you have it. You're getting it. You're getting what you asked for. You're getting, but what you asked for, not in a bad way, like, wahaha, but you're getting what you asked for, as in, this is going to satisfy you. This is going to fill you up. It's going to make you feel good. Now, this is coming out a little bit in the future. I don't know how much in the future, but we're going to get those answers and everything else that's going to go on and happen. Okay. We have the Justice card coming out, which means there's natural balance. There could have been some instability in your life that you need recovered. So whatever that is, there's a decision that's being made. There could actually be a legal judgment as well. Some sort of decision that says, you know what, getting just, you know what, things are going to be not just stable, but fair, right, correct. Things are like, it's like your universe is correcting itself. So I don't know exactly what happened, but your universe is correcting itself. You're not going to have to wait anymore. So let's get into this. We have the Justice card kind of came out in reverse. So something was wonky, something wasn't right. There was a decision that was made that didn't work for you or didn't settle in your life, or something is not stable. It's unsettled in your life. I don't know what it is. In fact, it could be different things for each of you, right? It could be job for some, it could be romance for another. You take it where it resonates. And then we have this. There's a beautiful opportunity that's going to be presented to you that wasn't necessarily, it's almost like a big thing has to happen to re-stabilize as the imbalance that has occurred. Like there has to be a huge shift, and there is an offer that's coming. You might have to move for this offer, or it might be in a direction that you didn't expect to have to go. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to be open-minded and malleable this week to take or accept an offer that will take you in a direction that, listen, it's not something that was totally off your radar. You would have thought about it at least. Maybe you had been thinking about it. I think maybe there's been something that you've been thinking about for a while. You weren't completely contented where you were. And so you had to, so now basically the universe is opening up for you and basically saying you're allowed to move in this direction, a new direction. Because there's an opportunity that's coming in. This Justice card is basically your baseline. It's what popped out first. It's where you begin. And now there's big motions to equalize or stabilize. I think it's still going to take a while, to be honest, because twos are unbalanced energy, and it's good to make this move. This is definitely the move to make. But it's like you just got to let things like stabilize or settle down a little bit. I feel like there's going to be some risk here. Does that feel right? There's just going to be a little bit of, maybe you haven't heard from this energy in a while, like this person or this place. It's almost like it's going to surprise you. I'll tell you, the offer that comes in, it's going to surprise you. Let's see a little bit of what came out. Nothing came out in the past, but what came out in the future? Look at this. You don't have to wait for it anymore. Things are reconciled and they're finished. In fact, this could be a time indicator. There's 2 major retrogrades that are going on. In fact, one started yesterday, and that was Venus retrograde. And then one is going to start on the 5th of March, and that's Mercury retrograde. It could be they're asking, because Venus retrograde lasts for about 6 weeks. Yeah, lasts for about a month and a half. So a little less. So it could be that you just have to kind of wait till the retrograde is over, right? That could be as well. It could be giving us a time marker there. But your ships are coming in. There's a beautiful energy of you invested in all the right things, and you're going to be getting a fair shake in return. That's going to really help you and make you happy. Something that you wanted, something that you feel comfortable with. I just feel travel here. And you know, Sagittarius, not all of you are going to go somewhere. But I feel like either it's travel or it's coming from afar. I don't know if this is something in a different state that's coming towards you or a different country, but it's coming. There was a wait, right? But everything has been rectified. And in that rectification, there is happiness and contentment. And oh, thank God, almost like a peace. Like, oh, I don't have to wait anymore. But like I said, you could have to wait between 4 and 6 weeks. This could be a timeline that the cards are giving us. So that the universe is giving us. But let's clarify. Can you just clarify, God, what exactly you mean by all this? We have the King of Pentacles. So it's definitely a boss or an actual Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So earth sign masculine. Sometimes it just means somebody that is a boss, somebody who's in charge of their life. They're an entrepreneur. They make a lot of money. Things are secure. But there is a beautiful offer that is coming in from somebody who is stable and has a lot of integrity and will have some sort of a job to offer you. Okay, so, or will have a valuable offer. Somebody values you. That's true. And then we have King of Cups too. This is beautiful energy. You might have actually a choice between 2 different people. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Even if it's not their sun sign, this would be somebody who's emotionally stable, who doesn't necessarily put out their emotions to everybody in the world because they don't have to, because they don't feel like they have to prove anything, or because they're mature, they have self-control. So there's this energy of somebody who's calm, steady, stable, reliable, definitely there for you, caring, loving, nurturing, provides for. And this is something that you can rely on. It could be 2 males, 2 masculines that are coming in your life. Then we have the Temperance Angel. So I think that's you. You're the king. There's a bunch of kings here. You know, this is kings are energy that know what they want. They're certain. And so you can be for certain when this offer comes in. And you'll know for certain. It's saying that you'll feel good about it. You'll know that it's secure. Something is securing you. And there's this beautiful balance between your emotions and your productivity. It's almost like work-life balance kind of gets stabilized because it was out of whack. And I don't know why. For some of you, I think it's a line down the line. For some of you, you were too much work. Like your private life, your love life was fine, but your work life was just erratic. And then for others, it has really been that you've been all about work and immersing yourself in work, and you haven't been enough about your private life. So it's saying it's personal is what it's saying. So it's you, Sagittarius, that your life has to stabilize. You've been doing too much of one and not enough of the other. And that's where the injustice was. this sense of complete imbalance and wearing on you, and not, your life really wasn't stable. Even if you thought it wasn't stable. You need partnership to some degree, and that partnership is coming in. You're restabilizing inside of yourself so that your future looks a lot brighter and you can be happier and healthier. And I do believe that's casting out to about 4 to 6 weeks where this all could play out, because this retrograde period will slow everything down. I don't think it's going to mess everything up, but I think it's just going to kind of elongate the process. But what do I want to do? I want to understand. No, not yet. I want to understand for Sagittarius, God, I want to understand what's the catalyst that changes this stuff. What is the offer? It happens at work. It happens at work. I don't think that you thought you were good enough. I think you undermined your own gifts and talents. There was a lot of competition, or there was a lot of red tape with something. Maybe a lot of people were after the same thing. This could be, like I said, like, for example, jobs. You could be going after the same one that many people are, a popular one. But there's 5-5. There was very defeatist energy. People who were nitpicky, people who were intentionally dismissive. But I love these two cards together because 5-5 indicates change and indicates strong masculine energy of taking action, and that action actually being productive and getting somewhere, even though it's through craziness. So basically what the universe is saying is, Sagittarius, keep going. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to get hectic, but survive it, because 100% this is the last of it. It's clearing it up. This is defeating the competition. It's defeating the competition. These two negatives equal a positive when I read cards. So it's just defeating the competition, and there is work here that you're going to be doing, but it's undermined. This is usually devaluing yourself, or not finding offers that are valuing you. That could be as well. That's something that you're going to have to deal with. In other words, that's what was creating this unbalance in your life. There was this energy of not being appreciated, either people taking your ideas or using your hard work for whatever they wanted and not appreciating it, or always feeling like you weren't good enough, like you weren't keeping up with the competition. But that's about to go away. When does the tide turn? Remember, guys, I do personal readings if you're looking, only on my website. You can only book on my website with me, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. You can book and schedule right there. And if you haven't, please take a second just to subscribe to this channel. Help us grow. And ring that notification bell. Select all notifications. If you want to get notified when I go live, this is the only place I go live and do free public tarot card readings. So if you'd like to participate in that, be sure to select all notifications. Now, I said, when is this going to turn around? When is this going to turn around? This is such beautiful energy. First of all, it's positivity. It's all about believing that things can be the best of the best. It's like almost like be such an optimist, you make yourself sick. But when it's going to turn around is when something starts over. When you get this fresh lease on life, fresh lease on love. Maybe even somebody coming to ask you to live with them. This sense of, I'm happy to be there. I'm happy to be with you. There's a freedom when it comes to who you're surrounded by and to being with family. There's an energy of being able to walk away and be happy and know people are all okay. In fact, they're happy for you. So there's some sort of catalyst here. Maybe there's somebody, maybe kind of a vagabond who goes wandering and traveling. Maybe that's you, because honestly, Sagittarius, you love wandering and traveling. And maybe realizing that you don't have to fit into the traditional accepted view of happiness, that in reality you have this, like, do what makes you happy. It's almost like you want to be free, and It all starts when you start allowing yourself to be free or to be more free. Allow yourself to sort of travel and roam. Not all who wander are lost. And that is, if I had to choose one line out of everything that summarized Sagittarius energy, it would be not all who wander are lost. And you're not. It's almost like you found yourself by allowing yourself to move on to what actually makes you happy. And I asked when that's Easter. That's when it is. That's when God's telling me. Whenever Easter is, watch around that date, because that's when the tides are going to start turning for you. And we're going to go from this kind of chaotic craziness where you're being undermined intentionally, or you're not feeling like you're appreciated and you just feel like everything's out of whack. It's Easter time. I asked for the date, didn't I? It's Easter. So whenever that is, I know it's coming. That's when that turning point is going to be for you, when there's going to be like happiness comes back in, or a lightness comes in, or things are going to be refreshed for you. So it's around that time. Okay. Wish I had a date. Let's get a moon card. Let's get a date though. I mean, it's Easter. You guys can look it up. I wish you could yell back at me sometime. This isn't a live. I always forget that. Bring love into the situation. Oh, something new is coming into your life, and it's appreciation. This is Aquarius love, so it's appreciation for your community, or being in a community that you love, friendship love. If you want to, you absolutely, you can say it's bring love into the situation. So it's almost like you are going to love the situation. You're going to create the happiness and the happy space. You're going to be able to build out your optimism and your happiness. You're going to share it. You're going to be allowed to share it. I think you're finding your tribe. I think, happy birthday, Danny. I think you're finding the place of your belonging. If this is a job, you're just going to kind of click. You're just going to fit in with each other. I don't know if this is dating, but if so, this is more I'm ready to date again, as opposed to I've met the perfect person, because you're just excited for the unknown. There's an excitement here, whereas you don't want the expected. That's Aquarius energy, right? You want to rebel against the norm. So a lot of this has to do with you allowing yourself to finally be free, or it's an indicator that you're going to finally be free of whatever has been just screwing you up and dysregulating you. Yeah, well, we have that Easter time. And feel free to put it in the comments below when the date that Easter is going to show up, because you can help people. They can read the comments. Yeah, and then they'll know. I just don't know the date off the top of my head. But lots of crazy stuff happening with these planets, so it's definitely Easter. Look at it just fucking popped out. Look at that shit. Stop it, please, bitch. Okay. And then we have Observer, the new moon. So there's just a new fresh start, a new birth, maybe even fertility. Yeah, just but that's it. It's like you're an observer. You're an observer of the spiritual holiday. You're also an observer of peace and renewal. This has got to do with resurrection. It also is an indicator of the new moon. So there's a new moon. Okay, so stop. Let's go back. There's a full moon coming up on March 14th, not March 13th. Yes. And it's a full moon in Virgo. So then the next full moon will of course be in Libra. So the next new moon is going to be in Aries. So the next new moon is around the 28th of March. It's an Aries season. So it's saying that this is the renewal period. This is when the egg cracks. It's observe this peace. Observe this like you've waited for it, you've looked for it. This is when your new life starts. I mean, that could mean so much to each one of you. Let's go into the extended, because we've got to get deeper into this. Maybe I can get more specific. The link is down below, guys. I will see you there.